Hey everybody, we are joined by Packers GM Brian Gutekunst. Brian, thank you for the time, and no team has a bad draft on draft day. But after this one, when you came down, you seemed genuinely pleased. Am I reading that right?
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of hope this time of year with all 32 teams, but I think, for me, I think the process is always a big part of what we do, and kind of watching the process unfold. The board really felt right, and we were just able to accomplish a lot of the goals I think that we were hopeful to accomplish. And so, yeah, very excited about this group.
Afterwards, I was talking to Milt Hendrickson, your director of football operations, and he told me, and he's a real football guy now, he told me, we got some dudes in this class. Who might be the dudes in this class?
Yeah, no, I think they all have a chance to be, but I think certainly up at the top, we acquired some guys that I think really fit the profile of what Green Bay Packer is all about. Guys who are very, very talented, very, very productive, but they're also, the work ethic that they've shown so far in their college career, and just kind of the character of the people really fit our locker room.
Tight ends, wide receivers, you have supplied Jordan Love with some additional weapons, but those weapons are young. How should we temper our expectations?
Yeah, I don't want to put a ceiling on anything. These guys, obviously they're young and they are inexperienced, but I think the sky's the limit, and it's really going to take all those guys coming together with the current group that we already have. And I really don't want to put a ceiling on it, because there's no reason those guys can't go out and perform in the National Football League. Will there be ups and downs just like every single year? Absolutely. But they're all very, very talented. They're very smart. And I think if they come together as a group, that they can accomplish a lot of things.
Let's see. Lucas Van Ness, Colby Wooden, Carl Brooks. Common denominator, pass rush potential. That is the name of the game in today's game, is it not?
You have to affect the quarterback. And that was one of the goals that I talked about earlier that we wanted to accomplish. We wanted to add some depth with our pass rush. And I think all three of those guys fit the bill. They can rush a passer from not only on the edge, but on the inside as well. So I think hopefully as these guys grow and learn the NFL game, that'll add some versatility to our group.
Drafted Anders Carlson in the 6th round. Where does your kicking situation stand right now?
Well, obviously he'll come in, and Parker White's here as well. So watching those two guys compete will be good. I think obviously Rich Bisaccia had a strong relationship with Anders, and so I think that's a positive thing for us. We had a lot of information about him. He worked through some injuries in college, but we feel very good about his talent. We feel very good about the person. So that's obviously not settled yet, and won't be probably until we get to the regular season. But we like both guys and their talent.
Much to my dismay, you didn't draft any offensive linemen. Clearly, you're comfortable with what you have coming back.
We've invested there quite a bit over the last few drafts, and it wasn't our intention to not invest in this year's draft. At the same time, the way our board looked, we realized there was going to be probably a point that if we didn't get one early, that the opportunity to make our football team was going to be tough, just because of the group we have coming back. We had 13 guys coming back. We usually go to camp with about 16. All 13 of the guys come back we feel really, really good about, and so we knew there was going to be really good competition to begin with. We would have loved to have added someone up there at the top of the draft. It just didn't fall that way. But as you guys know, we very much believe offensive line is, winning in the trenches is key to success.
Jaden Reed, a little smaller than your typical Packer receiver, but over the years I've noticed when you guys go smaller, you go special, and the example that comes instantly to mind is Alexander.
Yeah.
He's not a prototype size-wise, but he's special.
He is special. We've always kind of used the term that if they're going to be under our kind of Mendoza line, so to speak, which Jaden is not, he's just above it, but they kind of got to walk on water, and certainly we think he has a ton of ability. For a guy his size, his ability to win the contested ball really stood out to us. Obviously, he's got very good speed and quickness to get open, and then he offers so much versatility, not only on offense but on special teams as well.
Year in and year out, you have a notoriously good locker room, and that's no accident. What traits do you look for in guys you're thinking about coming in to see how they'd fit as Green Bay Packers?
It is very, very important to us, and our guys, our scouting staff did such a good job throughout the fall and the spring when they're on these college campuses, spending the time with the people that have been around these guys. for not only 1 year, but 2, 3, and 4 years, seeing them grow up from the time they were 17 years old to where they are now. So we spend a lot of resources and time. Our guys do a fantastic job. When you bring a guy into that locker room, we take it very seriously because of who we're bringing them there with. We have a really good group of guys, and when we bring guys in there, we think it's out of respect to the guys that are already there, that it's the right kind of guys. And if they're not, they don't usually hang around very long.
Different team, might have to get it done a different way, but do you find the change kind of invigorating, kind of exciting?
Yeah, I think that's throughout the building as well. I think every season's a new season. You never really know how it's going to go. You never really know where you're going to be strong, where you're going to be weak, and it's kind of an evolving thing as you go through the course of a season. But it's very exciting, I think, for our staff. I think everybody's really eager to kind of find out what we have, what we can do. It's really been a positive attitude so far. So we're excited. We're a long ways away from training camp in that season, but seeing the guys out there working together, that always gets the juices going.
Thank you, Brian. Coming up, more on Total Packers. Don't go away.